is pushing back against what he says is a false social media commentary that there are plans to immediately raise market fees and forcefully remove vendors from the streets. But Mr. Swaby says no decision affecting vendors will be made without first engaging them through consultation. He warned that people who seek to misinform the public and stir up fear and confusion will not be successful in their attempts.
This is precisely the reason I've reinstated the vending committee with representatives of the vendors themselves, something that previous administration disregarded entirely. They abandoned discussion with our vendors, leaving their concerns unheard. With this administration, this is a clear difference. We are dedicated to ensuring that vendors have a seat at the table. This administration is about inclusivity, consultation, and respect for those who contribute to the lifeblood of our city.
Mayor of Kingston, Andrew Swaby. He was speaking at the monthly meeting of the Kingston and St. Andrew Municipal Corporation yesterday. The social media comments follow the KSAMC hinting at increasing market fees to improve its service to vendors and undertaking cleanup activities in downtown Kingston. All Secrets Resorts and Spa staff in Montego Bay, St. James, have returned to work after a second round of talks on Wednesday with the Ministry of Labour and Social Security and the hotel's management. Minister Pernell Charles Jr. is again encouraging the hotel's management to establish a system that will effectively document complaints and provide redress.
I'm pleased to report that the management and staff were able to arrive at many solutions today. They were able to address some of the major communication issues, and more importantly, we have 100% resumption back to work, which is very, very good. Again, we continue to encourage the development of an internal mechanism for the staff to be able to ventilate these issues and for there to be consistent communication at a preliminary stage. And we continue to work with the parties so that they can develop the system to have amicable resolution and settlement at a very early stage.
Labour Minister Pernell Charles Jr. Ministry officials first met with staff and management on Tuesday in an effort to provide the workers with an opportunity to ventilate their concerns. Tuesday's industrial action marked the latest in a series of strikes across top hotel chains. Staff at Secrets and the nearby Breathless resorts took industrial action, pressing for higher wages and better working conditions. The National Works Agency says work will continue under Phase 2 of the Traffic Improvement Programme in Mandeville, Manchester, to create greater efficiency in the town. The comment follows concerns about worsening traffic gridlock in Mandeville. Motorists and business operators have complained that the $75 million Traffic Improvement Programme has made matters worse. NWA Communication Manager Stephen Shaw says changes will be made under Phase 2 of the programme to address some of the complaints.
The complaints from the business persons, we have taken on board some of those. We have modified some of the things that we were set to implement to accommodate some of the complaints that we would have received or some of the feedback that we would have gotten. But when we implement changes such as this, it's really with a view to ensure that the greater number have the greater benefits.
Mr. Shaw says local authorities can also assist in addressing the traffic issues.
While the police are there in terms of enforcement, some of the issues, such as where persons now park on some roads, that is something that is within the remit of the municipal corporation.
NWA Communication Manager Stephen Shaw. Prime Minister Andrew Holness is touting the Morant Bay Urban Centre as a game changer for the economic prospects of St. Thomas. Addressing stakeholders during an engagement at the Urban Centre last evening, the Prime Minister underscored the importance of the development of key infrastructure.
The St. Thomas project is about us showing the rest of Jamaica and indeed the rest of the world that through our own resources, through our own initiative, through our own agency, we can build our parish. and we can build our country. So I wanted to set the grand context. It's about showing that we can be an economically independent people.
The Prime Minister says the urban centre is the catalyst for further development.
We are going to be building houses in these areas. Kingston and Portmore can't carry all the housing. In less than an hour, you can reach Kingston from here. There are 150,000 housing solutions needed to fill the housing demand in Jamaica. So we're going to push housing development into St. Thomas. For people to choose to come and live in St. Thomas, they want to know that they have good facilities here. So you're going to see the parish grow. But we also have a plan for the charming town of Morant Bay, because Morant Bay has a great deal of history that we have not tapped. So the next industry that is going to come into this area is tourism. But we are not trying to create all-inclusives. What we want for St. Thomas is more community-based tourism.
Prime Minister Andrew Holness. Prime Minister of Grenada and head of CARICOM, Dickon Mitchell, has stressed the need to finance climate resilience and adaptation that works in the best interest of the planet. Mr. Mitchell was among world leaders who delivered statements at the COP29 United Nations Climate Change Summit in Baku, Azerbaijan. He pointed to the devastation wrought by Hurricane Beryl on Carriacou and Petite Martinique, where more than 95% of the buildings were either damaged or destroyed. The CARICOM chairman said disaster can strike anywhere.
It's one planet. It may be small island developing states today. It will be Spain tomorrow. It will be Florida the day after. It's one planet. It's one Earth. And the partnership that we are asking for, the partnership to finance climate adaptation, the partnership to finance climate resilience, is a partnership that works in the best interests of the planet. So whether it's innovative financing tools like our catastrophic parametric risk insurance, or whether it's not using a big word like operationalize the loss and damage fund, but actually put the money in the fund and make it available for those of us who suffer the loss and damage. It's a partnership for mutual benefit.
Prime Minister of Grenada and head of CARICOM, Dickon Mitchell. And now to end this newscast, the main points. Mayor of Kingston Andrew Swaby pushes back on claims that there are plans to raise market fees. Staff at Secrets Resorts and Spa in Montego Bay, St. James, returned to work after second round of talks with Ministry of Labour. Prime Minister Andrew Holness touts Morant Bay Urban Centre as game changer for the economic prospects of St. Thomas. Head of CARICOM, Dickon Mitchell, stresses need to finance climate resilience and adaptation that works in the best interest of the planet.